Hello, I'm Ella Barnard, and I am here to talk about a topic that lots of single women deal with on a day-to-day basis. And the reason I'm doing this is because I saw a woman on Facebook and she had kind of just done a little mini heartfelt vent, and I just had to address it. So what she said was, I see people both known and unknown to me in happy relationships. And all I keep thinking is, what's wrong with me? Why can't I maintain a healthy relationship? Am I really that undesirable or difficult to be with? I try so hard to be compassionate, ethical, non-judgmental person. I am hardworking, independent, and very giving to others. Yet I am still pretty much alone and do not have a special person in my life. It's just very disheartening and sad. ... And when I read that, I was really, really moved because I basically had the same thought for about a decade. It was a really common thing because you look around and you're like, well, that person's not any cooler than I am. Like, I'm just as cool as that person. I work just as hard. I'm just as nice. You get this comparative thing going on, and you can't reason it out of why you don't have a relationship. I had the same thing. It was so difficult for a long time. But that was for most of the time I was single. But then gradually I realized a really important truth. And that's what I want to tell you guys about right now. So that point of view that, why won't, what's wrong with me, which is so painful and so untrue. It's just a difficult question. It's a horrible question. I hate that question because there's nothing wrong with you. But it's also not a workable question. It's not a practical question, which doesn't address the painful part of it. But here, go with me for a minute. So the what's wrong with me is a very reactive and powerless point of view, because the backbone of that conversation, like the underlying message of it, is the guys don't like me because I'm undesirable, difficult. And one of my most common, like the one that stuck with me the most, one of my good friends told me this. He says, you're high maintenance. And that was mine. High maintenance. And so my point of view was that because I was high maintenance and because I was bold or ambitious or something, that was the reason that I was single and lonely and alone. It's a very powerless, reactive point of view because it's because of those things that guys don't like me. And so therefore I am single. Well, I don't have any power in that point of view. Neither do you. You don't have any power in that point of view. So, and it's not true. The whole thing is false anyway. But we can give you a new point of view that is based on truth. And the truth is that you are absolutely lovable. You are totally deserving of being loved, and there is nothing wrong with you. So that's the truth. And here's the second part of it. The reason that you're single is because you choose to be single. You have standards that you are not going to waver on, and therefore you choose to be single until you can find someone who's a good match. You could, if you're realistic about it, you could be with somebody right now if you wanted, but it wouldn't be somebody necessarily that made you happy. And I know this because I had the same opportunities. So I was dating this guy for a while, met him on Craigslist, was dating this guy, really nice guy. We were dating probably for like 2 months. So it wasn't just like 2 or 3 days. It was dating for a couple of months. And after a few months, I'm starting to care about him. And we had this conversation and he said, I really like you and I definitely want to be with you right now, but I don't see this working out in the future. Like, I don't see us staying together forever. And I was like, okay. And I broke up with him like the next day because who wants to be with somebody that is going to break up with you in the future? Now, I could have stayed with that guy and been one of these happy relationships, like these other people see, because he was happy to be with me in the moment, and I could have been happy to be with him in the moment. I had that choice, but I chose to be single because I didn't want to waste my time with somebody who I was eventually going to break up with because he didn't want to commit to me for forever. He didn't want to commit 100%. So I chose. I said, I do not want to be with somebody who doesn't want to be with me. I don't want to be with somebody who can't commit to me 100%. And I made that choice. And that was a very powerful moment for me. So just like you don't want to be with somebody who makes you feel bad about yourself. You want to be with somebody who makes you feel good. And so you're waiting for that person. You are choosing to be single until you meet that person. You don't want to be with somebody who makes you nervous or unsure. You want to be with somebody you can count on. You don't want to be with somebody who has completely different values than you. I had this guy that wanted to date me, and he smoked cigarettes. And I had smoked somebody with cigarettes and had said that was a deal breaker for me because I didn't like the taste when I kissed them. And who wants to date somebody that you don't like the taste of their kisses? So I said, I'm not going to date you. And I had this standard. I chose to be single in that moment because I didn't want to date somebody who smoked. Really nice guy, but that was my choice. I wasn't in this reactive, like, oh, I'm too high maintenance or I'm too ambitious. It wasn't that. It was me choosing to be single. And that's a way different point of view and perspective and way more powerful. So just keep that in mind that when you are, when you have those moments when you're lonely, and believe me, I've had them, and you have those moments where you're like, what is it? What is it about me? What's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. You just haven't met the right match yet. And that match is out there. There is somebody out there who will be the perfect match for you, who will love you, and who will cherish you and treat you like a queen. And you don't have to settle for less than that. You can choose to. You can choose to be with somebody whenever you want. But the reason you're single is because you choose to be single. Because you have something that you're dreaming of. And you don't want to go with less than that. So good luck. And feel free to stop by my website where you can find out more tips about being happy single, being happy in love. And that's at ellabarnard.com. And I hope to see you soon. And good luck. And hugs. Hugs from me. Bye.